Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel. Now, I have said about my disdain for Warhammer reviewers. I am not covering that today. This is one of two videos. I'm doing my Dystopian Age video later, and that's going to be great. I'm really excited about that one. It's basically, what is the Dystopian Age, and why is it so good, and why is it the best setting, and why should you buy War Cradle products? But today's video, well, this one in particular, which is kind of one I've been thinking about for a while, because it is, to me, a problem that has lasted for too long. It's a complete, I don't know what to call it without swearing, and I don't like swearing in my videos. It's just something I don't like doing. But basically because of YouTube algorithm, and they don't like bad language. So, and the thing is, what it is rumours. And the Warhammer community and Warhammer YouTubers tend to be the worst for this. Now, these are my opinions, I'm going to state. I will not make an opinion on a game or movie that I haven't watched. I will not say it's good or bad until I have watched it, played it, or actually interacted it with for a good time, so I can make a fair and impartial judgment, whether I like it or not. So this is why you've not heard things like about Space Marine 2 on this channel. I'm not interested in buying it. I'm not a fan of Saber Interactive as a whole. They've made two good games now. If Space Marine 2 is good, I do not know. I don't have an opinion, but the overall opinion seems to be quite high. And so that's kind of where I'm getting at. I want to make sure that when I say something, when I talk about something, and just say that this is my opinion based on what I've done. That's when it's an opinion. Opinions are fine if you are coming from an educated place, not from hearsay or what everyone else is saying. Don't spout other people's opinions, is what I'm getting at. And the other one is when it comes to rumours, and this is the one that really gets me, is when they're kind of and really shown as official. Now, that bothers me because that's a load of crap. It really is. It's just a load of BS which they're trying to peddle a rumour as a fact. It's a rumour, and if you're peddling it as a fact, you're kind of not in the right here. And when it comes to any form of rumour, which may or may not be true, and your only evidence is, quote-unquote, an inside man, I honestly disagree with this. I don't know whether or not to believe you, so I side on the side of negativity, because I'll say I just don't believe you without any plain evidence. And honestly, it's something I will always try to do. If I have something that might interest you and needs documentation to back up what I'm saying, I will show you documentation. I will show you the receipts. Because to me, it's more important that you guys know what is going on and you can see it for yourself, rather than me just spouting my opinion and never showing anything. And a good case for this was the E-Man-G versus Games Workshop. Now, I went through this and I said at the end it probably won't amount to much, and that the best outcome for both would be a mutual agreement. And it ended up being a mutual agreement between the two. And I showed all the documentation from the start to the finish, so you guys knew what was happening and how it all ended up. Not just stating one side of the story. That's the other thing. I don't like it when they only tell one side of the story. Always try and find out both. Google's a wonderful thing because you can find out both. But back to rumours. As of this moment, there are many rumours about Warhammer TV series being cancelled and Henry Cavill leaving, so Amazon's not doing it anymore. I do not know what is happening. I'm not stating that I know. I'm not going to say that which way it's going. I don't know. Because the only thing that may back it up is the fact that they've got 2 months left. Now, here's the kicker, okay? 2 months in the film and movie industry, the TV industry and all that, is a very, very long time. And the deadline is actually kind of flexible. It can be extended if both parties within the industry who are involved, the IP and the producers, still think they can make money off of it and they can still come to some sort of arrangement. They can extend the deadline. It is not uncommon for a deadline to be extended. It's actually quite common, believe it or not. This is why we could get a movie announced in 2020 and it not actually hit in production until 2024 because of IP reasons. They would have had the initial 1 year, 2 years discussion and it would have been pushed back because discussions either weren't quite working out or they needed more time. And it is something that happens quite often. It's not rare. It really isn't. And saying that, oh, they've got 2 months left, it's cancelled, it's over, it's done, is kind of wrong. And so when people say this as some official statement that Warhammer TV, like guaranteed now there is going to be an actual article coming out after this video saying it has been cancelled, showing me that would be a complete ass. However, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Who cares? I'm just stating how to take rumours. You should take them as always as a rumour. If they say official and they have nothing, and I mean nothing, to back up their statements, and by the way, some insider man isn't evidence because we don't know that person. We don't know their credentials. It could be a boxer, someone who just boxes in Amazon department and overheard something from someone else who overheard something from someone else. We don't know who this quote-unquote insider is. And given the fact that, when you're in that level of production and how secret they are, and oh my god, they are secret, to giving false film names, even casting roles twice, rewriting lines for different scripts, so, certain lines don't come out, and they are highly secret. It's like, having this point that we know nothing is quite normal because they don't want us to know what's happening quite yet. So, the fact they got 2 months left is a long time and it could still go ahead. And I'll be honest with you, given that Amazon is looking to make money and they are doing it with a lot of different IPs, Lord of the Rings, The Boys, and others. I'm not saying they're good or bad. I've not watched Lord of the Rings. The Boys is alright. It's just some of their storyline of season 4 was a bit iffy. I'm not going into the politics side of it because honestly I thought that was quite well done, in my opinion. I honestly do. But you kind of got to see some of the little things they added to do that, such as it was the left wing that actually started the riot outside of the building. If you notice carefully, it was the Smarty Pants one. She lobbed a cup of coffee, starting a riot. It wasn't the right one, but it also shows how the news would manipulate to look like the right wing were the ones that started the riot. See? Very clever writing, but unfortunately the story was much less to be desired. So, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to this, we do not know. And when someone says it's official and their only evidence is a insider man, or a different YouTuber said it's an insider man, like you're literally quoting a different YouTuber as your evidence to being something official, even though that YouTuber has very little, if nothing, to do with the product, honestly, it's not worth your time. It really isn't. And I think it's absolutely despicable that people put this stuff forward as official. It's officially been cancelled. It's like, no, it hasn't. How do you know? Oh, a friend of a friend told me. If anyone said that to you in real life, you'd tend to piss off. You'd say, go away, leave me alone, come back with some actual information. Don't rumour monger. It's just nonsense. And that's kind of my point on this video. These rumour mongers that are trying to clickbait. I know people are going to say this video is clickbaity anyway, but honestly, the title is going to be exactly what I say it is. Basically, I hate rumours, okay, and why I hate rumours. And that's it. So, it's not official. We do not know. And that's the only answer everyone should know. If they say something's official, the first thing you should say is, where's your evidence? Where's your documentation? Oh, so-and-so told me. That's nothing, all right? I need to hear actual evidence. I need to see the documentation that tells me this is cancelled. I need to... And that's it, okay? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you all in the next one. There is another video coming today, which is my dystopian age video. And I'm so psyched about that one. You might have to turn the speed to like 0.75, slow it down a bit, to understand that video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like wargaming, there's Whaling Games down below, up to 20% off, and free delivery after £20. There is also Forbidden Planet for comics, DVDs, mangas, etc. There's my merchandise, my comics, Skyforge, never forget Skyforge, good friend of mine, and finally Patreon because business, bye bye.